Hi, Gemma, Don Green, DG Digital Service, and I just want to say thank you firstly for reaching out. So I've got this opportunity to show you what we do. You did mention that you've done this Shopify and everything. As for someone that's never done something before, I would not be shy about telling people I did this because you've done not a bad job at all. So, having said that, what I would like to do is I'm just going to run through your site and the competition site and just maybe point out a couple of things that can be done and just to explain what it is in layman's terms so you understand what we were looking at. So when you're doing a site like this, be it like a lead generation or someone to get to your site, and if they want to call, like it's important to have a phone number up here, like and make it a clickable phone number, meaning see how when you hover over something like this, it actually creates that hand. So that means it'll be, if you click on that, it will take you to whatever the function is. So if you had a clickable phone number up here, when someone was to hover over it, or more importantly, when people search, it's more than likely going to be on their phone these days. So when they search, and if this site came up, that phone number would just be front and center on the homepage on their screen, and all they'd have to do is tap their screen and they're calling you. Okay, so I'm not sure if you want that functionality or if you just wanted them to find a site and do all of it online without having contact with you, but that's just a couple of things there. So it's always good to have like little drop downs here. So like for example, see how that's dropped down now that I've clicked on it? You can get the ones like, we can create it so like when you hover over something, it will actually automatically just show you that drop down, so you can then go to the place you desire. So it's good that you got that coin now. I'll have to have a chat and see how that goes later anyway, but I can see there's a lot of white background here, so you might want to just pretty that up for the women that will actually be, or even just changing the background color itself maybe, but everything's pretty well on point there. So if I just right click on the images and say save image as, one of the things that we can do, let's have a look. See here how it's got the file name with all these numbers and everything like that. When we get the photos, the images, and when we create that file name, after doing keyword research, would be the name of whatever a really strong keyword for your industry, for your area might be. Like women's clothing, New South Wales, or women's clothing, whatever, or just something that is searched when people look for these, because that's a way we can put all the keywords in images and that as well. So, and Google will read all the metadata and whatnot on the images. There is three things that, there is a lot of things that Google look at when they're ranking, but three things that can be looked at and get some traction straight away is content, backlinks, and citations. So with content, Google is a business just like you and I, and when people do searches, they try to give them the best outcomes for the end user. Okay, so the more Google knows of a website that has good descriptions, good keywords, good headings, and things like that, it's user-friendly, then you will be favored by Google. Okay, so if I told you Google like to have somewhere around 1,000 to 1,500 words of authoritative content about the industry, about all these products, whatnot. And I told you also that I checked, I'd done a word count on yours and I got 534, which by and large isn't terrible because a lot of people don't understand that little stat. Because if I was to have a quick look at your opposition, because I just put in women's clothing and your suburb name that's on the address on the footer of your website, which is similar. Okay, and if I had a look at theirs and I done a word count, it actually shows me that they've only got 69 words. But these people are on page 1. Okay, so we are in front there, but where we're lacking, if I was to show you the back end of your website, so to speak, I use a tool called Ahrefs, and it basically scrapes the internet like as Google does and uses similar algorithms and whatnot to get their data. So it's telling me as a global rating, you are 99.5 millionth in the world for this site. Okay. This here, the DR, that stands for the domain rating. And this is a 0 to 100 rating, and you're 0.1. So, this is to do with power and how things are set up. And so this is something we can definitely work on. These here are the backlinks. A backlink is just like this here. See how it's got your web address, but it's located on another website. So the website being Ahrefs. So, and it's got your thing. See how the hand comes up, so it's clickable. So if I clicked on that, it would take me straight back to your homepage. Okay, so that means that there essentially is what a backlink is. It's your business, your website name, located on other sites on the internet that can be clicked on, and then they link back to your site. So it's telling me you have 7 of these links on 3 different sites. So you've probably got a couple on each. So this is something we can definitely help you with, and to boost the power there. This here is part of the reason where you're not ranking. It's telling me you do not have any keywords that you're getting found for in any of your content. So once again, if I just went back to your competition, which is On the Lane Boutique in your same suburb where you are, it's telling me they're nearly 68 million on the global scale. They have 0.7. Okay, so they're no better than you, to be honest, there. And once again, they have 7 links. But see this? They have 61 keywords. So if I just done a quick click on their keywords, and the keyword is this, like what's that? The Manzoni leather. See this number here? It's telling me that there's 100 searches per month for this term. And the KD, which means keyword difficulty, which is the difficulty to rank that keyword, is a 1. Once again, this is from 0 to 100. So that's telling me this is quite an easy word to rank. Okay, so, and they're getting 1.8 visits or whatever to their site just for having that keyword in there. They are on position 12, which is page 2. Okay, so these are the brands, obviously. So this is something that we could look at on your site in our content, adding it in there, and just things that you really want to be found for. So that's what we do. So for whatever your content is, we could make sure that those keywords are actually placed into your content, and even if we rewrite the content, and then we apply power to those keywords to make them be found by keyword. Okay, so by keyword, we can make them found by Google. So that's simple enough. So now you know a bit about the content, you know a bit about the backlinks, and I suppose if I was to show you what a citation is, if I just go to Google, if you see if you have, I'll see if you have, I'm not sure if you have Google listed, so Ruffled Raps, I'll just put New South Wales and see if you come up. You come up there, but see how you don't seem to have a knowledge panel over here. And a knowledge panel is where, like for example, if I just put in, I don't know, like Kmart, just to make it simple. See over here, they've got information, but they don't really have what I'm trying to show you. I'll just put mine in, I suppose, just to show you what I'll just show you what it looks like when you're actually registered. So do you know when you see these items, and it's like when you can go through their photos, it's got their name, their website direction. So when you do a Google search, it can show you all that. So yours doesn't come up, so that's telling me that you're probably not actually registered with Google. So if that is the case, I can do that for you. I can get you certified with Google, and that's no problem. And when you, I'm going to show you what to put in here, but like after I've done this video, you should be able to find it here on the page 1 of Google. So we'll have a look, see if that happens anyway. So a citation is, okay, if I do a search for women's clothing, so this is the search there in your suburb. So this here is the map pack, and it only shows 3, but it does have a whole lot more. You know, it could be hundreds. You know, there's 22 a page. Okay, for women's store, there's 22 a page, and it's showing me 10 pages just straight off. So there's 200 stores easily. So by having that listing, that gives you access to this section and into the maps. Because you're not registered with Google, I don't believe, you will never be able to get in here. So we'll get that done and see if we can pop you up the top of this as well, because this person here will get 40% of the calls if they found this page. This one here would get probably around 17 and maybe around 7%. So if we got you to the top of that and done a monthly maintenance program on the SEO and everything, we will also get you to the top of page 1, because we'll just allocate. But this one here, you can see local search, and these two are Facebook. Local search, they're just directories, so they're not even a clothing business. And these are just Facebook pages. So when Google knows that there's a proper, legitimate website out there, they're going to take over these once they're powered properly. So if we got you to the top of page 1 and onto the top of that, those 6 businesses, the first 3 of each, get like 87% of all the traffic. So if any of this has sort of like sparked an interest, reach out and we can work it out from there. So Don Green, DG Digital Services.